everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns ready to get this thing started and open the season. Texas. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry up. Give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. No huddle offense to the line. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
And the Canes are on the move. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. From the gun, running back gets to give. Jukes his way for more. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good, and that was dead solid proof. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. To the ground with the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 3, Texas 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He'll take it himself. Looking for room at the 30. Quarterback gets the first down. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
It's one thing to get a few yards and see quarterbacks slide. This guy gets to the 2nd level, and he's got the speed to run away from DBs, to make people look silly. It's so nice having such a dynamic weapon at your quarterback position.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stopped.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Brings up second down.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got him in the flat. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Picked off. Still running at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got enough space. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Texas.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Rides to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Gonna let it fly. And he intercepts it. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision here.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback checking off. They'll go back to the air on second down. On the run, still looking. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They move the tight end all over. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that. First down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Quick release by the QB. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs to better defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
He's going to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Canes will hustle to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
And here's the third interception of the night.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
One more snap coming before halftime. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Going to the run to start this second half. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive?
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Miami. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Washington State answered the bell away from Pullman today with an impressive victory. The Cougars knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The RPO, it's complete. Ball's out. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to move it through the air. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They'll put the tight end in motion. aerial assault continues. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Texas.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think...
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there because the QB got it to his guy early. He's able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Shakes off the tackler. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Hart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And now on second down for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. First down to start the drive after the break. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the rush. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they're able to make the tackle.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out quickly. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Buys a little extra time. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting the field goal on the board, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
the RPO complete. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback keeps it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Memphis took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Tigers that fired on all cylinders. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll come out throwing on first down. He wants a big play here late. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And listen, they didn't get the huge playoff of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They keep attacking through the air. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Fires to the big fella.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll stop him short, just what they needed as they get the ball back to their offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.